So I'm gonna go to the heavyweight champ, Smoking Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
What'd you love about him?
Very determined. Everybody equated me to him. Very determined. Refused to lose. And listen, it goes to that whole thing. He's the Capricorn sign, right? He thinks he's smarter than everybody, which he probably, but he shouldn't say he is.
Right.
That's how Cus was. Listen, Ali, Foreman, and Frazier. 3 guys, right? Both Capricorns, born a couple of days apart.
Mm.
Can you imagine those guys? They despise each other so much because their egos are so big.
Mm. Wow. You think they hated each other though? Like legitimately hated each other?
I think when the bell rang, they did.
Right. Because I noticed when I see them, they're always gentlemen. When I seen them, they was always gentlemen to each other.
Listen, let me funny. If you're a fighter, the only reason that the most of the time, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, that you're a fighting fighter is because it has to be your determination to want to hurt the other guy. How determined you are to want to hurt somebody. That's what makes fights.
I always thought it was whoever wanted it more, whoever was willing to dig deeper in their spirit.
Well, that's a form of how bad I want to hurt you. In order to win, I have to hurt you. I have to beat you up badly or convincingly. I also have to lay you out.
Yeah, I see today is more friendship than it is. And you know what? And that's a great thing too, because I think about heavyweight champion. Heavyweight champion was probably the most respected throughout the world. Today it's not the same thing. It's not the same cachet. Why do you think that is?
This is why, because we have other fighting sports. We have UFC. We have we even have to compete with wrestling, believe it or not.
Right.
Fighters have to kick one, boxing, and these guys are good. Listen, this is going to be interesting. Now listen to this, right? UFC is more popular than boxing, right? Got higher ratings, right? Right?
Yes.
But the UFC will never be richer than a first-class fighter.
That's true. It's true. It's evident. It's evident. You see the purses that Floyd is commanding.
Make $100 million. Conor had to fight Floyd.
Right. Wow.
If he fight John Jones, he's not going to get that.
Yeah. True.
In the UFC. If he fight John Jones got to fight me if he wants to make some money, super money. That's really right.
All right. Absolutely. You could command probably the highest dollar in the UFC fighting right now, probably, if you wanted to do it.
Golly, it's just really interesting. I never thought at this stage of my life, things could still happen.
Yeah. Wow. If y'all, I know people have said it. If y'all fought, what would be your approach to fighting him? What would be your preparation to fight him?
To fight who?
If you fought Ali, y'all could have fought. What would be your preparation to fight him? Because you're a thinker as well.
I would know one thing. I would have to be ready to go 15 rounds. 15 rounds with it. Because listen, I'm just keeping it real. Ain't nobody knocking them out. And it's problem, they ain't knocking them out. Listen, even Holmes. Ali's one strange guy. You got to kill him to beat him. He won't quit.
You got to kill him.
That's weird. He doesn't even look. He looks like, in his prime, he looks like a model. He don't even look like a fighter.
He said he was pretty. He said he was pretty. He said he was pretty, but boxing ain't pretty.
No, ain't pretty. He's not pretty either. So listen, when Ali's fighting with you, he's talking to you.
Yes, the whole way. He talked to George Foreman the whole way through, the whole fight, 1 through 8.
Listen, the referee, Zach Clayton, right, was the referee, right? I think he was the one with Foreman, and he was just saying, listen, the guy was saying, you can't believe what he was saying to this guy. He was just, the referee was just saying, telling the reporter, you just can't believe, I can't tell you what he was saying to this guy. Ali is out of his mind. There's no doubt about it. Something's wrong with Ali.
He was calling Joe Frazier Uncle Tom.
No, he's talking about Joe Frazier, what's wrong? He's talking about his mother, fucking his mother, doing this to his mother, his sisters. Ali's out of his mind. Ali talking your head for 15 rounds. He's talking to you
the whole way through.
They just fight the first fight, and they got time to talk?
Yeah, that's amazing about you. You would absolutely be totally disrespectful, and then you would have the utmost respect for him at the end.
Well, look, can I tell you something? pressure affects people different ways. Sometimes people with the pressure affects them, they don't talk. When pressure, I get aggressive.
Mm.
Pressure, I get aggressive.
Did that happen in your personal? Like when you and like just on your personal time? Did that happen as well?
No doubt about it.
Really?
Here, listen. Let me tell you this. I took a scan of my brain the other day.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor saw my brain, and he was amazed at my brain. Not,
Mm.
Charlie, not from the fighting, but from the amount of drugs that I took. That I was.
So were you fearful every time you say the first day y'all sign up, y'all meet? Were you afraid of the actual opponent?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Scary guy.
But that's amazing because I'm gonna tell you why. Everybody else. I'm talking about the whole world was afraid. Period. And you saying you were afraid.
Yeah, that's what I found out. You know what? Being with Cus, I found out this. Check this out, Charlie, right? I found out they were more afraid of me than I was of them.
Yes.
That's what I found out. And so once I found that, then my fear ran rapid.
What was your affinity with hip hop? All the hip hop guys love Mike Tyson, and you love hip hop. You know what I mean? What's that affinity with hip hop?
Listen, right? We were just like you, probably. We were just kids that we loved Al Green and we loved Earth, Wind and Fire and all those guys, Marvin Gaye, but
Mm-hmm.
we were something different.
Mm.
We were looking for something different. And the music that we pretty much invented and stuff, our adults didn't like it. It was new. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't like it. It was trouble. If you went there, if you was in a place that had hip hop music, you're trouble. The cops
Mm.
would come outside all day waiting to arrest you and harass you. People would stay away from you, hold your pocket. You're definitely a criminal if you're in there.
Mm.
You're definitely a
Mm.
criminal in Latin quarters, you
Yeah,
know?
Latin Quarters was a rough stop,
Yeah, but if you go, the cops are always outside.
and Brooklyn ran the Latin Quarters.
Yeah. Yes,
I
listen,
remember this guy. You remember this guy named? I'm saying his name is Pig. I think his name is Pig.
those guys right from Brownsville, Brooklyn, right? They're wild guys. Listen, I went to school, Haitian Jack, all those guys. I know those guys since I was a kid, and that shit too. And they're not from Brownsville; they're from other sections. But that's how we know. We know each other from being locked up in juvenile. We know each other from watching each other make snatches and seeing the police chase them, and they watching us be rob houses, and they know the houses, and they see us with the money, and they know the people from the neighborhood that we robbed, and then they see us in Brownsville with the money we stole from the people in their neighborhood, and it was just crazy. And um, sometimes guys will bring us to their neighborhood to show us guys to rob, because they
But you
couldn't
said,
rob.
you was always afraid. How were you afraid and doing all this crime?
Listen, I had the crew, and then in Brownsville, probably like in Philadelphia too. If
Mm-hmm.
you become the victim,
Right.
hey, listen, having a crew is like is a pack of wolves. We're
Yeah.
all weak and vulnerable.
Mm. Old Timers Day in Brownsville. Tell me about Old Timers Day.
Went there, they were shooting, but that's Brownsville, so I look at that as being normal. So when they're shooting in Brownsville, it's like people keep dancing. They don't jump and run and shit.
Mm.
Dancing.
Just keep on moving, right?
I'm very proud to be from that place. I learned a lot about life being from that place,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I'm the guy I am because of that place.
Yeah. Have you stayed in touch with a lot of the guys? I'm saying you have relationships with a lot of guys you grew up with.
But one of them pretty much lived with me,
Okay.
and I keep in touch with them. And they all, listen, just like you, I know, just like you see you doing good, they see you on television, they break me off, baby.
I'm not getting broke. Only thing about it, I'm not getting broke though.
Huh?
Only thing about it, I'm not getting broke.
I don't know. I'm always breaking them off. I have to break them off. Guys back then.
Now, is it breaking you off or is it extortion? Which one?
No, I break them off because I love them. And when I was a kid, they stopped me from being killed. They stopped guys from shooting me.
Wow.
I look at it that way. I look at it. If it wasn't for him that day to stop that guy from robbing me and killing me, I wouldn't be who I am today. Oh, this guy.
Wow.
This guy stopped the guy from throwing me off a roof because I stole his pigeons. I wouldn't be here today. So I'm not going to break them off. They can't get them fucking $20,000. I can't break them off. $20,000 is like me giving somebody, a guy with $100 giving somebody a penny.
So, Mike, in the history of me being a fan of fighting, I don't know anybody, probably other than Ali, that commanded like the electricity that you brought in a building. I remember you coming to that basketball game that Puffy had in New York. You literally shut the whole game, the whole auditorium. You shut it down. What was that feeling like for you?
Hey, listen, Charlie, I'm gonna tell you something that my wife don't like. Okay, I trained. I expect that. That's why I trained for. I trained for that. This is why I trained
Wow.
for it. So when it happens, why should I be surprised?
Wow.
Why should I say, "Oh my God, I'm very humble"? I trained for this. I caused this to happen. This didn't happen by osmosis.
So when you go out now in your life every day, you're anticipating to draw the crowd towards you. You want it.
No, I just know it's gonna happen. Listen, Charlie. No, my wife says my wife doesn't like the way I think sometimes. She said, if nobody said anything to you, you went outside, no one said hi, you might commit suicide.
Woo! God damn.
You wouldn't know what to do if you went outside, no one acknowledged you. Because all my life, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be acknowledged, so I killed myself to be acknowledged. In order to live, you have to kill yourself.
Mm.
If that's what life is. Life is the willingness to die.
Do you continuously do that, or is just you do it once? Do you continuously murder that?
Absolutely. I try to kill myself as much as possible.
Wow.
Because when you have to understand this, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
Correct.
I think my life is worth a lot, so I risk it a lot.
So living on the edge is where you love.
I don't live on the edge. I live my life.
I'm talking about, okay, got it. So your life is that.
I don't know if my life is even that. It's just what it is. It is. You can't define that. I can't articulate it. It is. The best way I say is maybe it's extreme, but it's not extreme. It's living life. But to articulate it, I have to use that word.
Mm. So I want to go back to your coach, your father figure, Cus D'amato, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and one of them I'm saying I want to see how you actually respond to it. So Cus taught you number system, like you said, programming, almost in a programming way, right? And you just wanted to be able to come back and say, Cus, I did it. You know what I mean? I won, right? You get to the greatest day in your career to win the championship, to become the youngest heavyweight champ ever. You know what I mean? At that 19 years old, November 22nd, 1986, and he's not dead, huh?
John F. Kennedy was assassinated. You know, it's
The same day. The same day.
Right.
Wow. So you win the championship that day, and of course he precedes that, you know, in his death. Did you feel like somewhat that he left you? I'm talking about like abandoned you.
In a way, I felt that way. That's weird that you say that. I felt that he abandoned me because that's immature thinking. I was immature when he died. So I'm about myself. And he programmed that about me too. Don't only think about me. So I'm thinking, that old motherfucker, he left me. He gave me all this stuff and he left me out here with all these animals by myself. I was angry.
To me, I'm gonna tell you, when I seen your relationship with Kevin Rooney, when I seen your relationship with all the people that Cus put around, he wanted them around you, and I seen it slowly but surely kind of like reduce themselves, get away, actually put themselves in a situation where you moved them out of your life.
No.
And I was like, go ahead.
Listen, it came to where they didn't understand I gave them the job. They thought they owned me.
Wow. Wow.
They helped start me off. They thought they owned me.
Wow.
That's what that was all about.
But Bill Clayton is his name. Bill Clayton, his name is.
Yeah.
What did you feel about them as managers?
Typical slave master managers and shit.
Wow.
Slave masters.
So almost instantaneously after you won, you started reevaluating them.
Nigga, listen, right? As soon as Cus died, everybody that he said was my friend, they turned on him. They started playing me, trying to play me. So they were down with me when Cus was alive, fighting for me and everything. When Cus died, they went for the money.
And you seen it. You had the wherewithal to see that right away.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw them started acting funny. Guys who were listen, this is what Cus had to. This is what Cus did. Cus was so powerful, right? He had the way people involved with him. He had a way of making them his slaves.
So what the teaching that Cus and the effect that he had on your life at times when you were walking to necessarily, let's just say, let's use a dark room, and he would say, Mike, don't go. Why would you go against what Cus, what he actually taught you? Why would you do that?
Because listen, right? It comes a time in life where the best of friends will surely depart.
Your style, angles, switching stances. You know what I mean? I noticed that you always did something. You would hit a guy to the body and then you go uppercut. Why would you just go uppercut? Why'd you go to the body first?
The uppercut is the most underestimated punch, and it's the most unexpected punch. Because
I noticed you would switch. You would switch to the right side, switch to the left side. You deliver a punch, and then you would kind of switch over. What was that about? Tell me about that.
Listen, the art of the knockout, right? The art of the knockout is not seeing the punch. So the name of the game is trying to persuade the guy to believe something's happening that's not actually happening.
Mm.
This is what I found out about people, right? And I don't like to say it about myself. Listen, you see how great Muhammad Ali is?
Mm-hmm.
Forget his kids, his bloodline. There's nobody that on this planet that's going to be like him. So how you that his bloodline, they're going to be like him? There's nobody on the planet. It has nothing to do. He had nothing to do with bloodline. He was created by the gods of war. He has nothing to do with bloodline.
Mm. So you don't think lightning can strike again?
Huh?
You don't think lightning can strike again? You don't think it can happen again?
Muhammad Ali lightning?
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali? No.
Really?
Listen, you won't see it in your lifetime. I won't see it in my.
I said, what drove you to master your craft? What kept your eye on it?
Insecurity, poverty. I don't want to. I want my family to be proud of me. When I was fighting, I started. My mother was alive, but when my mother died, right, I used to make Cus. She's been to court back and forth all my life. I've been locked up. She's been dealing with that. She never saw anything good with me. All her friends said, I'm going to die. Your son is no good. He's this and that. I robbed her friends. You know, I'm the nigga that, with my mother and her friend downstairs drinking, I go to, in my back of my room, I go to escalate, the fire, I go up into their house, rob that, wipe them out, everything. They go upstairs after drink, come down, Lord, and they took it all. Lord, they took the food. I was that way. I wanted to be down with the street hoodlums, and I was a criminal. I have boyfriends come in, she have her dates come in, and after they finish doing whatever they do, he be wiped out sleeping. I go in cut his pocket, wipe him off, take his watch, his jewelry. He get up, probably beat my mother's ass, but I got the money. That's what my whole life was about, hustling, getting money, robbing houses, snatching chains, snatching people's pockets out. That's before I got involved with fighting. I was just a criminal. My whole life was going to be a criminal, and I was going to rob people, I was going to set people up, maybe kill them.
They say experience is the best teacher. What have you obtained today in your life that you wish you would have told your 19, 21-year-old self?
Well, what I was told my 20 that what you're experiencing now is just a moment in time. It's going to be better.
It's going to be so much better. Would you have told you relax, take it in? Would you have told yourself relax, take it in? It's going to be fine.
No, I would tell myself this. You know, from a guy like me, I read a lot because I have not never gone to school, so I read a lot, and I became kind of worldly. And I know, and somewhere in Tibet, right, there's a whole bunch of monks that live there. A bunch of them, right, probably 100. But all of them having this in their hut, they have a skeleton head. They keep them conscious that, and you know when you see a skeleton head, the skeleton head has always got the big smile, right? Are you familiar with that?
Yes, sir.
But all of them have a skeleton head in their hut to let them know life is a joke. We're going to be a skeleton head, and we're going to have a big smile on our face.
What did Cus say to you that made you like, okay, I'm going to listen to everything this man says to me? What was it? What was that thing? What was that defining moment that connected with you? Like, I'm going to submit.
He said, if you listen to me, you'd be the greatest fighter in the world. You'd be the youngest champ ever.
And that was it.
Yeah. He said, listen. I used to always complain and cry because I didn't have girlfriends and stuff. He said, you listen to me, I'm going to have to buy you a bat to beat them off you. And he's right. I never had a girlfriend. I was always crying and stuff. He said, "Just listen to me, son, and you trust me. I'm gonna buy you a bat to beat him off you." He's right.
God. How was that experience in jail? How, like, honestly, you walk in there the first day. The whole jail got to be like, you got to disrupt the whole place.
The place was so happy I was in there. Oh man. So I go into my cell. I'm mad. I go in my cell. I close the cell door, and this white guy said, "No, come on out here, hey man, come out here. You need to be out. We need to see you. We love you and all that shit." Oh man. And yeah, it was just a lot of love. Too much love, and too much love is not good for you either. And you learn that when you're in rehab and you read the big book. And the quickest form of relapse is the lack of love and too much love. Isn't that stupid?
Too much love.
Too much love. Because too much love is, if everything I do is good, how could that be bad? That's what you think as a junkie. If everybody loves me, why can't I do this? Because now I do this. Now I don't feel everybody's unhappy. Everybody's sad. I'm happy, but everybody's sad. When I'm not doing it, everybody's happy and I'm sad.
You coming out of jail that night, I'm watching you coming out. You're in a place of, now were you in a place of peace? It seemed like you was very much so, you were centered. It seemed like you were.
I wasn't centered. I wanted revenge. I came out of prison with the wrong frame of mind.
Wow.
That's why I went, that's why I went back. I came out with a bad frame of mind. I came out for revenge. I thought
revenge on who?
Exactly. Who? Me. I made this up. I made all that up in my head in prison, feeling sorry for myself. He's against me. She's against me. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill that bitch. I'm gonna do. That's what it was.
So you were very much so infuriated, and you wanted to make people pay.
Yeah, because I don't think I should have been in there.
No knock to any female ever, and I hope that I'm saying that I can actually say this because I'm going to say it. Mike Tyson don't need to violate any woman at any point, any time. Literally.
But dig, right?
I would speak to that. You don't have to say it. I'll speak to that.
Oh, I know, but I want you to know this, nigga. I'm not above violating no woman, right? But I didn't violate that woman. That's just keeping it real. Especially back then. Back then, I wasn't above violating, taking no pussy and stuff, but I didn't take hers.
Are you mad at her?
No way. That was a favor. That was a big blessing for me.
A big blessing?
Yes. Listen, I look at life totally different. Yeah, I used to look at some people as my nigga, my player, my homeboy, my bitch, my hoe, and now I look at them all as my teachers. I don't look at them. I look at them in a totally different perspective.
Have you seen her? Have you seen her?
No, I don't see. I wouldn't know what she looked like if I saw her.
If she walked up to you and say, "My name is Desiree," she don't need to say last name. What would be your response?
Nothing. I was, how you doing? I don't even know her no more. I don't even have that connection with her no more. I don't. It's like it's never happened.
How about if she wanted to sit down with you?
Huh?
How about if she wanted to sit down with you?
I'm not interested in doing that.
Okay.
No, she didn't do. She did the wrong thing. I'm not interested. I'm over that. I'm doing this now. This is so much bigger than anything I ever experienced in my life.
So you would just be a gentleman and say, "Have a nice day." Couldn't go no further.
I don't know if I'm a gentleman like that, but it wouldn't be no static.
Got it. Sugar Ray Robinson.
Poetry in motion, baby.
Poetry in motion. What was his strengths? What was his weaknesses?
And listen, right? His strength was with Muhammad. He has total supreme confidence in himself. Fast hand, vicious puncher, never give up, fight to the finish, fight every second of the fight, and just has extreme confidence to know he was the best fighter that God created.
Jack Johnson.
He was our first. And he showed his character and dignity too.
He fought 100 rounds, I think, or 90 rounds or something like that. How many rounds did he fight?
A 45 rounder, and he got stopped in the 16th round. 26. I'm sorry, 26.
Could you Would you have wanted to fight in that time in that many rounds? Would you want it? Huh?
I knocked everybody out in one round.
They say get 2,000 rounds. It wouldn't matter. You're gonna get them out of the first round.
And move their head back then.